actually beat it. It should be fun.
The beautiful skyline of Denver, Colorado is our backdrop tonight. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you DA.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, DA. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Luka Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And for Denver, at the forward slots, it's Barton and Millsap. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. And it's Jokic in at the 5 down low. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Here's Dallas. It's a three-point game, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Hardaway, no good. Outside Millsap. Looking for Harris. He gets it there. The Nuggets with another miss.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Got a piece of it. Nuggets have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Tries it from 19. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Skilled at scoring in a variety of ways. I mean, give Hardaway Jr. these looks, and he's happy to oblige.
And there's another turnover by the Nuggets. Doncic looking it over. The three-pointer, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Millsap. Off target with his 3.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
Boy, he's really feeling it right now, shooting a high percentage to start this game.
Here's Harris. Tim Hardaway making his last shot.
Surveying the floor, Gary Harris recognizes when his teammates have open looks and gets it to him.
Doncic against Murray. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. For Denver, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Lets it go with a 3. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. Dallas has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Doncic, no good.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
And it's Jokic missing.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
Dallas moving it around. Dallas again missing.
He is 0 for his last however many this quarter, guys. Might need to get him out and let him settle down a bit here.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Hardaway, that's a 2-pointer, and that misses everything. The Nuggets trail by 3. Harris with it. Hardaway picks him up. Murray dishes to Millsap. The pass to Barton. Plenty of space. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
How about that persistence there? Jokic refusing to give up on the glass.
Porzingis passes to Powell. Here's Finney Smith. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Oh, and here comes Porzingis all alone. Finney Smith passes to Powell. And here's Doncic from the arc. The shot that time not on target. And it's Denver the other way.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
For 3, Harris. Mavericks with the rebound. We've got 1:13 left to play in the first. Now coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Now here is Hardaway. Following the missed shot by Will Barton.
Well, you can't let Doncic have these types of opportunities, guys. When you aren't close to him, this is what happens.
There's 37 seconds left here in the first quarter. Wide open look here for Murray. Misses the three.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
And stolen by Murray. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Barton kicks to Murray. Oh, good on the triple.
The struggles just continue this quarter. They can ill afford to have this many empty possessions.
Pass to Porzingis. Gets it off. And the last second attempt does not go in for him.
I'd like to see Barton be more consistent on this.
And so the first quarter is in the books. The Mavericks on top, leading by 5. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, we're back.
Southwest, I mean, you need to look your...
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Dallas, Maxi Kleber is out there with Cauley Stein. Then it's DeLon Wright. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Curry in at the 2. Brunson, no good. The Nuggets trail by 7. Passes to Porter. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like John Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. Here's Plumlee. Back to Grant. Pass to Plumlee. Outside, Porter takes the 3. No good. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. On its way from Curry for 2. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Curry's got the lead up to 9 now for the Mavs. Here's Grant. Got it. Good job in the low post.
The superb work ethic of Grant. My, what a nice soft touch inside.
Outside, Porter deflects the pass. Stolen by Brunson. It's Curry outside. Offensive rebound. No good that time. Nuggets have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Grant the pass to Craig. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Curry's got the ball for 3. Cauley Stein. Nice persistence to tip it back up and in. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Mavericks.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
6 on the shot clock. And Plumlee kicks to Grant. A 3 from Morris. That one's not going to go. Mavericks leading by 9. Curry outside. Again, Curry missing.
Not quite enough defense That time around, just lucky he was off.
And Clark, the second time was the charm for Seth Curry. Last season, he returned to Dallas after they let him go to Portland for a year.
Greg, sometimes we've seen it on the court. Sometimes we see it in life. I mean, you don't miss something until you don't have it. And Seth is more than just a shooter. He's a great shooter, but he's also a very reliable ball handler. He's unselfish. He doesn't take anything for granted. He plays hungry. And Dallas realized the mistake they'd made and went about correcting it.
Plumlee, the pass to Morris. Now here's Porter. And another miss by Denver. On its way from Curry for two. To the paint. Cauley-Stein kicks to Kleba. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Grant. The dive for the ball. And Curry pulls it down. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Mavericks. Brunson, no good. Morris passes to Grant. Right against Porter. Morris dishes to Porter. Takes it from 10, and the jumper is good. Porter's got his second basket of the game.
Well, you know, on the inside, Porter is a very skilled player. He understands that you've got to be multi-dimensional, a lot of versatility to your game to be effective inside.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some run-out.
Ripped away. Plumlee with it. Now defended by Cauley-Stein. It's rebounded by Dallas. Cauley-Stein's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And Curry has it in the corner. A 3-ball. Denver grabs the miss. Porter's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Here's Cauley-Stein. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
The precision passer, Curry, also excellent at seeing his guys when they're open.
Here's Craig. And the wide open shot from Morris. That 3 off the mark. And so it's the Dallas Maverick. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. At the end of one, they were able to end up. And that does it for us.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. At the forward slots, it's Barton and Millsap. And it's Jokic in at center. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Barton finds Harris. Inside. The kick out to Barton. Harris looking it over. Back to Barton. 6 to shoot. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. For 3, Murray. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Hardaway passes to Powell. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Outside, Porzingis. Over in the corner, Doncic. From outside, off the mark. The Nuggets trail by 7. Here's Jokic. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Porzingis.
You know, it took a little time for Jokic to understand how to draw contact and get himself to the foul line, but he's figured it out now.
A self-described country boy from the town of Samba, Serbia. Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia. Powell doing a nice job recognizing when to give it up. He, to me, is the epitome of a valued utility player. Knows his role.
Mavericks leading by Doncic finds Porzingis. Back to Doncic. The offensive rebound. Porzingis on the follow.
You know, fellas, I like the aggressiveness Porzingis is showing on the glass. I mean, getting good positioning and using that big body when shots go up. That's why he's boarding it well.
The three for Doncic. Porzingis passes to Powell. Here's Finney-Smith. Back to Powell. Another shot out to Doncic. Off target from three-point range.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
This is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
The Nuggets trail by 8. The pass to Harris. Now here's Barton. He's guarded closely. For Dallas, they've gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Pass to Porzingis. Goes up on the wing, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
You know, Porzingis' game is custom-made for the pick-and-pop stretch big. This guy can do damage from the perimeter.
Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. You know, Greg, you probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Murray, the pass to Millsap. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Passes it to Hardaway. Back to Doncic. Pass to Kleba. Doncic with it. Porzingis at the elbow. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists in the game. Left side, Porter.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Murray dishes to Millsap. Outside, Porter. Outside for Millsap. To end the cold streak. Here's Jokic. Nice D from Porzingis.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
They get it back. There's the pass to Kleba. Now Hardaway. Curry on the wing. He's covered by Murray. Curry passes to Hardaway. The three-pointer off the mark. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And that one's good. Millsap.
And sinking that one, he ends a 14-0 run by the Mavs.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
He gets it up. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Dallas with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the floor for Dallas, Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Seth Curry is out there with Luka Doncic, and it's Cauley Stein in at the center position. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Cauley Stein's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Mavs. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Dallas moving it around. Out to Porzingis. Doncic right side. A floater, and it's good on the way in.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
To the inside, Porter, and he banks in the layup.
So good to see Murray, not just as a scorer, but thriving as a passer, too.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Curry passes to Cauley Stein. Doncic outside, beyond the arc. Out to Porzingis. Curry on the wing. From past the arc, Porter pulls it in. Porter's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Morris. Mavericks with the rebound. Curry passes to Doncic. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Doncic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Murray against Curry. Murray, no good. Mavericks leading by 20. Pass to Hardaway. Outside for Curry. Off target from outside.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Cauley Stein against Porter. Here's Plumlee. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Curry finds Cauley Stein. Outside for Curry. Looking for Cauley Stein. He gets it there. He gets that one. And the Mavericks lead by 20.
And relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Mavericks.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Porzingis.
You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards.
And, you know, when Grant gets a chance for an easy basket, he really busts it down the floor. I mean, the quickness and athleticism he possesses, really hard to deal with defensively.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They've brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take them to another level for sure.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Out to Morris. Misses off the right iron. The 3 for Doncic. No good. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. A resound. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up.
The neighborhood in NBA 2K21 is vast, and if you're looking to learn everything there is to know about it, well, you've come to the right place. For starters, enjoy the views. The all-new 2K Beach provides users with a...
And the Clippers looking good as they came into the arena.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Beverly in at the point guard position. And for the Mavericks, inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. The layup off target.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
Now Morris. After Tim Hardaway missed from long range. Leonard finds Beverly. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Down low. Porzingis with the block.
This guy showing great potential as a rim protector. Porzingis a threat to block shots anywhere, anytime.
How about that mobile 1 block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Here's Dallas. Doncic dishes to Powell. Hardaway kicks to Doncic. It's up a 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. And it's Leonard at the elbow. Headshot off.
3 straight misses to begin the game. Not the start they were hoping for.
It's Hardaway with the drive. And it's sent back by George.
Well, it can't get worse than this. 0 for 4 to start.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul against Dallas.
You know, there's a toughness and an energy about Marcus Morris that elevates any team he plays for. This guy is an incredible teammate.
And Morris drops them both. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Hardaway finds Powell. And it's sent back by George.
Paul George, tremendous vertical. How fast does he get off his feet?
He's off on that one. Nice D from Doncic. Here's Finney Smith. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Powell. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
George looking over the floor. Outside Leonard. Fires the 3. The Mavericks pull it in. Stolen by Zubac. Outside, George. And it's George finishing it off.
How about Paul George? Puts it on the deck, uses that explosive quickness. This guy is really hard to contain.
No good from Finney Smith. The Clippers in the lead. 3 on 3. And here's Leonard from 3. But they recover it. The 3 from Morris. And it's Finney Smith with the rebound. Hardaway passes to Porzingis. Puts the move on, and he sinks the layup. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant, and Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
Boy, at some point you've got to realize there might be a better option standing next to you. This guy has not made one basket in this period.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And here's George for three. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Doncic has got 4 rebounds in this game.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point. Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar. What you appreciate about DeLon Wright is he knows his role, and he's willing to star in his role. And the other part about it is he's been committed to his own development.
And the Clippers making a change here. Jackson's checked in. Harrell off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Outside for Curry. Offensive rebound. Here's Cauley Stein. Great D that time from Harrell. Here's Williams. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The Clippers on top. They lead by a bucket. We'll get things started in the second.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Well, as a shooter, when the ball is sent back in your direction enough times, it can certainly have an impact on your mind.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. We've got Williams. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Green. Then there's Landry Shamet, and it's Jackson in at the point. Cauley Stein dishes to Wright. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Montrezl Harrell's ability to block shots is all about his footwork and timing. That was nice.
Here's Jackson. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. It's stolen. Only one man back on D. Brunson with a clean look. Cauley Stein. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Cauley Stein's got the lead up to 2 now for the Mavs.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
That's not his spot, but given the lack of defense, you'd like to see him knock that one down.
Curry passes it to Kleba. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Green. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Harrell, that's good.
Montrezl Harrell relishes the opportunity to mix it up on the interior. Nice finish.
Curry with it. Now Green defending. Kleba kicks to Cauley Stein. And there's the pass to Curry. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Green. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Cauley Stein's got his 6th rebound on the night. A wide open look here for Wright. Drains it from beyond the arc. Now it's a 7-point Maverick lead and stolen by Wright. It's Curry outside. Tries again. And the nice bucket inside from Kleba. Kleba's got 4 this quarter.
Well, you love the persistence on the offensive glass. All about effort right now.
And it goes down 2 points. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter.
And Doris, as if it were destiny, Kleba grew up in the same hometown as Mavs legend Dirk Nowitzki.
And this is a fun and extraordinary story to tell, because in 2017, Kleba texted with Nowitzki before signing with Dallas. But though they come from the same town, they didn't know each other until they became teammates. That's extraordinary.
And it's Shamet missing.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. It's tipped. He kicks it to Harrell. Passes it to Williams. The 3. That one doesn't drop. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Wright with it. Now Green defending. Brunson, no good. Clippers trail by 9. Right side Jackson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Montrezl Harrell, a fiery competitor, plays the game, Doris, with a lot of emotion.
He does, Kevin. You think about his time playing in Houston, he struggled a little bit. He stewed on the bench, got a reputation as a little bit of a hothead. But look what happens in a new system in LA. The chemistry with Lou Williams. He settles him down a little bit. This city and this organization and his teammates have brought out the best in him.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Porzingis, he's checked in for Maxi Kleba. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for DeLon Wright. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Curry. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Out to Porzingis. This one for 3. Ball's knocked loose. And so Beverly will bring it up for Los Angeles, trailing by 5. Leonard the pass to Zubac. Beverly with the ball. 23 seconds left in the first half. Shot clock at 6. At the tip, and Leonard stays with it. Leonard's got his second basket.
Kawhi Leonard, still one of the hardest working players in the league. Active on the offensive glass there.
From deep, it's hauled in by Porzingis. Hardaway with it. Count that one.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they...
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. Some good moments from both teams, but as... And that should...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the floor right now for the Mavericks. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Luka Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot.
Well, you love the tenacity. Paul George cannot be contained when he gets near the tin.
And that one's good. Doncic. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mention.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Bangs home the trifecta.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3, terrific play calling, everything clicking out of the gates here.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Back to Beverly. Clippers moving the ball around. Kicks it to Leonard. On the wing, George. Here's Zubac. It's rebounded by Dallas. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. On the wing, Doncic. Finney-Smith passes to Powell. And here's Doncic from the arc. Good work defensively by Morris.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
I think this is where Powell is really trying to improve, right? Sacrificing his body, taking it right to the defense.
A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Porzingis. Seth Curry comes in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And then for Los Angeles, Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Williams comes in for Morris. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Jackson finds Leonard. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Leonard's got 9.
Their 3-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Yep, it counts. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner. And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more. Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And the Mavericks making a change here. Hardaway's checked in. George dishes to Harrell. Back to George. And here's Leonard from 3. And the Clippers miss again. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, he said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
I'll tell you, they come out of the locker room, they are a step slow on the defensive end.
Clippers trail by 13. Earl high post. And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That's foul number 2 for him. Dallas making a switch here. Cauley Stein's checked in. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Landry Shamet's checked in for Paul George. Here's Harrell. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Harrell's got 6.
Guys, not much more a defender can do in that situation. Harrell with the focus and the strength to just power through the contact.
He gets it in there.
Boy, that's a beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
To the middle.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working. This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Curry kicks to Doncic. Takes a 3. Rebound by the Clippers. Pass to Shamet. Here's Leonard. It's rebounded by Dallas. Doncic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Curry gets the bucket.
I love it whenever Seth Curry decides to go inside. This guy has the potential to be a dangerous scorer from that area.
And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cauley Stein. 12 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And Williams, here we go, for the three. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Morris.
Well, you can tell that Mr. Morris doesn't lack for confidence. This guy is ready to shoot as soon as it touches his hands.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Mavericks ahead. They lead by 14. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Beverly and Shannon in the backcourt together. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Zubac in at the center position.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
And the wide open shot from Morris, but they'll get another chance. Fires from deep. Doncic with the steal. Oh, and here comes Porzingis all alone. Doncic passes to Curry. Unloads. Doncic, no good.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
George is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Clippers trail by 17. Outside, George. Pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Exceptional vision by Paul George. This guy is tearing up the defense.
Here's Doncic. Wow, hammering it in.
How about the finish from Luka Doncic? My goodness. Go ahead with the hammer.
Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft. First on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who've ever played the game.
Porzingis against Morris. Porzingis passes to Powell. Count that bucket. And the Mavericks lead by 18.
Well, this speaks to the feel that Kristaps Porzingis has for the game of basketball. If you're open, he'll find you.
And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That's foul number 2 for him. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Justin Jackson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Barea subbed in for Doncic. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Leonard's checked in, and that one's good. Beverly.
Well, Patrick Beverly puts in the time to become a legit threat from range.
Barea, the pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
He muscles. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
Well, there's reach, there's size, there's wingspan, and there's a knack for understanding where it's coming off. This is a very difficult thing to bring Porzingis off the window.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
The free throw drops for Jackson. Clippers trail by 19. The pass to Williams. No good from Zubac. The Mavericks have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Mavericks.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage, plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Luka Doncic.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
Jackson has the open look. Passes it to Magruder. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Clock at 6. Pass to Patterson. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Man can't hit. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Porzingis on the follow.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Pass to Patterson. Outside Jackson. Fires the three. Puts it up. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Well, the nice rise and fire on the jumper. Patterson taking advantage of the space given.
From deep three-point range. And no good that time. Here's Jackson. Missed. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for...
a scenic backdrop for all their neighborhood games. Soak up the sunlight and stack up those wins. You know what being on the beach also means? That's right, Beach House. Make your way to this part of the neighborhood and access your My Court, a customizable court where you can shoot hoops and lounge either with yourself or with friends.
The view high above our broadcast and nothing.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. And it's Barton in at the small forward position. And for Los Angeles, Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the point guard position. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me harken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. But we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
Now here's Barton, following the miss by Marcus Morris. Denver shooting their first free throws of this one. And he makes the first. Second free throw, no good. Now the Clippers with it. It's a three-point game. Leonard. That falls. Nice speed that time from George.
Excellent pass, PG-13. Keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Barton kicks to Murray. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Back to Barton. Now the pass to Harris. 6 to shoot. Millsap finds Harris. Here's Jokic. That one falls.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Here's Morris. That shot off the mark. And Denver the other way now. Murray the pass to Jokic. Here's Millsap. Outside for Murray. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Murray.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
Morris with the bucket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Leonard with the steal. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Pushing the action. Always working for the best shot. Nice drive by Kawhi.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Now here's Millsap. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Millsap's got 6.
A rugged finish from Millsap, undeterred by the defense.
Knocked away and stolen by Barton. It's tipped. Leonard with the steal. Zubac with it, picked up by Harris. Leonard and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
I'll tell you what, when Kawhi knifes his way to the rim, it's next level.
And here is Harris. Millsap has the open look, and Denver again with the bucket.
In case anyone was wondering, this is what it looks like when you're in the zone. He hasn't missed one all quarter.
And George kicks to Leonard. Knocked loose and stolen by Murray. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. It's stolen by Morris. Here's Leonard in the corner. George with it. All sorts of time. Again, Los Angeles.
I mean, a great look by Kawhi. Aware of what the defense is trying to do. Understands the spacing.
And that one's good. Millsap.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
George passes to Leonard. No good on the 3. Denver leading by 5. Here's Barton. Up again, and it's Millsap with the extra effort. He's got 12.
When you look at Paul Millsap, not the tallest power forward, but has that terrific wingspan.
And the foul on Will Barton. That's his first foul for the Clippers. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Andrew Shamet comes in for Marcus Morris. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And then for Denver, Michael Porter, he's checked in for Will Barton. And it's Torrey Craig in for Harris. And they're on the break. Here's Murray. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
So, for the Clippers, JaMychal Green comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in for George. Plumlee, he's checked in for Denver. Jeremy Grant comes in for Paul Millsap. Outside, Porter. On the wing, Porter. Back to Murray. Launches a three. It's rebounded by Lou Williams. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Jackson. Banked in off the glass.
Hard to keep up with Reggie when he gets out in space. And on top of that, an excellent finisher.
Stolen by Jackson. Got it off in time. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Nuggets ahead, up by 8. We recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed the team's approach.
Mentality of how we play, how we move the ball.
Greg sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again. But Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. We've got Patrick Beverly. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. Morris kicks to Porter. Just 5 to shoot. To the inside. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Morris. That shot missing. Some solid defense from Grant. Back to Porter. To the paint. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it in a decent matchup.
And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Denver leading by 11.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in LA, but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Denver. Out to the right wing. Inside, here's Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
They've had better patience, better shot selection so far, but we still have a long way to go. In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
The Nuggets leading by 13. Barton outside. Here's Jokic over Green, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season. Came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape, and boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Morris comes in for JaMychal Green. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams. Barton outside. We've got 1:55 left in the first half of basketball. Offensive rebound. Down low. It's deflected. Leonard with the steal. Here's George. Chalk up 2 there. George has got 8 here in the quarter.
We know Beverly's ability as a defender, but don't underestimate his ability as a distributor. He has good vision.
Loads it up for Millsap. Harris finds Millsap. Back to Harris. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Millsap slams it in.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. And slam dunk by Harris.
Now that's beautiful. Millsap could have forced something there, but instead waits for his open teammate.
Leonard on the wing. Outside, George. Poked away and stolen by Murray. And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop. Barton passes to Harris. And here's Jokic. Murray for 3. They get it back. Pass to Millsap. Barton from outside. Knocks down the 3 ball. And the Nuggets lead by 18.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed. Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
Murray, the pass to Millsap. Shoots over Leonard. And that would have counted, but his shot was off. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. It was all Paul Millsap in the first quarter. He had 16 points, 2. And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You know, Paul Millsap has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
So on the floor for Denver, we've got Plumlee. Porter is out there with Jeremy Grant. Then there's Monte Morris. and it's Daniels in at the 2.
Yeah, another turnover, but guys, on the whole, I think they've done a great job of running their offense without too many miscues.
And that was the great replay we just saw of our mobile 1 block.
Guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Inside. The putback. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's George. Los Angeles with another miss.
Ooh, they've come out ice cold to start this half. 3 misses and as many attempts.
And he makes that one.
Facing up from mid-range, George could have tried to drive, but takes what the defense gives him.
Morris dishes to Daniels. Morris against George. And the turnover again by Denver. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Clippers trail by 18.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in LA with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Back to Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
He just jumps so fast. I mean, give Porter a chance to dunk, and he doesn't think twice about it. And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' gain.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Hard to create space in that mid-range area. He would have been better passing that off.
To the inside, it's stolen by Green. And even 3-on-3 break. Williams with the ball, guarded now by Morris. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And the energy of a guy like Montrezl Harrell can rub off on the entire team.
Yes, it can. GA, he plays with a high motor, generates steals, blocks, and deflections. He's active all over the court, and now we're seeing it on the offensive end as well.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And that one's good. Millsap.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Harrell. Good defense by Jokic.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Here's Millsap. Harris kicks to Craig. Pass to Murray. There's the 3. Jokic on the follow. Jokic has got 10 points in the game.
Oh, hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
A terrific offensive rebounder. Harrell's energy is what helps him collect second chance opportunities.
To the middle. Millsap passes to Jokic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. And the first one at the line is good.
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
Martin's checked in for Gary Harris.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s. Players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
Leonard, he's checked in for Green.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Deep 2 from Murray. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And it's Williams with the ball for Los Angeles. Leonard the pass to Harrell. And Harrell shines it in.
Getting hit on the way up, the ability to finish in traffic might be Harrell's strongest attribute offensively.
Jokic against Harrell. Murray surveying the D. Up top, Barton. Millsap kicks to Barton. Pass to Jokic. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Jokic has got 6 points in the quarter.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The kick out to Williams. He got it up. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. Nuggets ahead. And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. But Nugget shooting has been out of this world. 74% from the field. Marcus Morris is out there with Harrell. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Outside for Murray. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland, where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
And the Clippers making a change here. Zubac is checked in.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Morris finds Beverley. Zubac trying to break loose. And that one's good. Beverley.
Just 6'1", but not many players more physical than Patrick Beverley.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Morris. George, that's a 2-pointer. Denver grabs the miss.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
And the pass to Craig. Kicks to Barton. Tries from 16. Great positioning on the putback. Clippers shooting from the field. 44%, not bad. On the wing, Morris.
Trying to take advantage of soft defense. He might have gotten over-eager.
Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Back to Vonleh. Pass to Bates-Diop. Martin from outside. The shot missing. And the Clippers will come the other way.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
And the dunk by Zubac.
Good read from Paul George. He's very skilled at realizing when he should make these passes.
Passes it to Bates-Diop. Leonard against Barton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. First free throw is good. Big group substitution here for Denver. Plumlee, he's checked in for Jokic. Jeremy Grant comes in for Vonleh. Troy Daniels, he's checked in for Torrey Craig. And Monte Morris subbed in for Barton. Here's Patterson. Here's Zubac. Pass to Patterson. Shoots over Grant. Patterson can't get it to go. For Denver, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Grant the pass to Morris. Back to Grant. From outside the arc. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Mann passes to Zubac. Grant finds Morris. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Now here's Patterson. He's covered by Daniels. Zubac. Los Angeles with another miss.
Empty possession, and you don't want to miss these easy looks.
Patterson down low. He's covered by Grant. Denver's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. To the paint. Cuts off the pass. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles, and it's blocked.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Nuggets.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Paul Millsap.
He really played at his preferred pace, never let adjustments by the defense speed him up or slow him down.
Inside, here's Jackson, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
And with Reggie Jackson, it's a testament to his natural talent that he often leaves us wanting a little bit more.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Denver making a switch here. Porter's checked in, and that's an intentional foul.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
And the first one drops.
And there have been some to compare Porter to Kevin Durant. Really a fluid shooter who also possesses amazing athleticism.
Green kicks to Magruder. To the left side wing. On the wing, Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The pass to Daniels. Here's the three. The rebound by Patterson. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Down low, Green kicks to Patterson. Pass to Mann, right wing. To halt the run, misses. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Also new to the neighborhood in 2K21 is Jeff's 2K Arcade. At Jeff's, you can compete for prizes at any of the NBA Daily Pick'em stations where you'll be rewarded for accurately predicting winners of NBA games. And if you're really up for a fun time, you can even play arcade hoops.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just 2K Sports brings you the NBA. DA.
Hey, Kevin, the Mets.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. Here we go. At the forward slots, it's Barton and Millsap. And it's Jokic in at the 5 down low. And for the Mavericks, inside at the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Now here is Harris. Back to Jokic. The Mavericks pull it in.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
To the inside. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And so here is Dallas. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis showing you what he can do if he gets that close. The big man up big time.
A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney Smith is a guy you can win with.
Well, when you see Porzingis attack the glass, you want to stand up in your seat. There's been these opportunities where we've seen him flying in for some highlight dunks.
Now here's Barton. Pass to Jokic. Lets it go from deep. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
Doncic passes to Powell. Back to Doncic. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Curry's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. To the middle. Here's Jokic. Powell pulls it in. Mavericks leading by 4. Curry on the wing. Back to Porzingis, and stolen by Murray. Here's Millsap. Mavericks with the rebound.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And here are the Nuggets now, following the score by Dallas. And that one drops for him.
And Harris is used to the contact, exceptional at scoring despite getting hit on that shot.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And the 3 off target. And it's Millsap with the ball for Denver. 4-point game. Jokic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You dig down deep at some of the numbers. Jokic is a much better defender than what he gets credit for. I think we always think about athleticism around rim protection, but sometimes it's just about size and smarts, and he has that.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. And another miss by Denver. And Jokic likes physical play. Greg, he embraces the contact.
Well, you look at his physique, and I think he can absorb a lot of what it is that comes his way. But he's comfortable wrestling. He's got brothers. He knows what that's like. And he also loves to mess around with those press conference microphones, as we see.
Now, here's Jokic. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Denver making a switch here. Plumlee's checked in. Mavericks leading by 4. Brunson the pass to Wright. Some nice passing here by Dallas. It's Curry outside. Plumlee with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looks good from here.
This is his first free throw of the game. First one falls for him.
And Michael Porter Jr. being drafted was a bit of a high risk, high reward due to the fact that physically he needed to come a long way to be consistent in the NBA. We may be seeing signs that it's going to pay off with huge dividends.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Catches the defender a little bit out of position. Plumlee makes a strong move to take advantage.
For Denver, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws. Just doing the job on the backboard. And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Inside, here's Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
Trust me, defense wants to keep Grant out of the paint, and he wants to get in there. That's why.
Passes it to Kleba. Morris against Brunson. Paulie Stein's shot is good.
That's a defensive breakdown. You can't let him get that deep.
Yeah, how do you let him get a lounge chair down there and be comfortable in the paint like that?
Here's Craig. And Wright pulls it down. Down low, here's Brunson. Sinks that one from the post. Brunson's got 5.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
And so it's Dallas in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Back to the action after this word. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
Yeah, looking for a spark here, and the coach tapped the right guys to get out there and provide it.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. Jeremy Grant is out there with Porter. Then there's Plumlee. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Craig in at the 2 spot. Hardaway kicks to Cauley Stein. A wide open look here for Wright. The pass to Kleba. Hardaway with it. Brunson finds Hardaway. Now here's Kleba. 3 on the clock. Here's Cauley Stein. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. The Nuggets trail by 9. Pass to Plumlee. Back to Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
One thing about Plumlee, he possesses good passing skills from the low post and when facing up.
And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now, here is Morris. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. They grabbed their own miss. Here's Craig, guarded by Wright. That one a little long. Dallas leading by 9. Brunson the pass to Hardaway. Wright controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Wright's got his first 2 points.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
Here's Craig. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Offline with his 3.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Porter finds Morris. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one. Yes.
Reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league. And there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Cauley Stein doing what he does best on offense, looking to throw it down.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Now here's Hardaway. Wright dishes to Hardaway. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Brunson against Grant. Brunson the pass to Cauley Stein. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
The kick out to Wright. Lets the three fly. Here's Hardaway out to the wing. Deflects the pass. In the corner, Wright with it. To the paint. Here's Cauley Stein, and he converts the layup. Cauley Stein's got 12.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Nuggets.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustments.
Here's Finney-Smith. Doncic finds Porzingis. Curry wide open. They get it again.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Now here is Harris. Jacks up a three. It's rebounded by Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. Good on the triple. And the Mavericks lead by 20.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pass to Bates-Diop. They get a hand on it. Powell with the steal. Passes to Finney-Smith from downtown. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Porter's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Morris looking over the floor. Now the pass to Harris. Here's Porter. No good on the last second attempt there. And
it's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. Some incredible work in this one by Willie Cauley Stein. He had 12.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from Willie Cauley Stein.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody saw this offense coming from him, but it's been key for his team.
Yeah, and I'm not sure coming into this game he felt like he could dominate in the way he's doing so now. Been phenomenal.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. On the floor right now for the Mavericks. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Millsap finds Murray. Jokic with the bounce pass. Shoots over Powell. And it's Jokic missing. Dallas leading by 22.
The playmaking of Jokic, so incredible. Creating this inverted offense. Bones, for your money, does it matter what position your best playmaker occupies?
I don't think so. And Jokic might be the secret sauce to that, and proving that from the center position, much like Arvydas Sabonis and Vlade Divac before him, can impact and also frustrate opposing defenses because you can't stop the center from making these kind of plays. Well, a big man who can really dish it out. Jokic really reliable, setting up his teammates.
Hardaway, that's a two-pointer. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And look at it, a significant portion of their offense coming on those second chance opportunities.
Back to Harris. To the inside, and Jokic slams it in.
Pretty good instincts right there from Harris. He sees the defense moving, and then he just spotted the open guy.
Porzingis passes to Finney-Smith. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Finney-Smith's got 5. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. To the paint. The kick out to Barton. Rob. Pass to Doncic. And stolen by Barton. And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop. And it's Murray with the jam.
And some nice instincts shown on the defensive end from Barton to get that one started. Comes away with the steal thanks to that effort.
Outside Hardaway. Here's Finney-Smith. Here's Powell. Out to Hardaway. Fires for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. 7 points in the game.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Now, here's Jokic. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. And Curry subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Denver with a change here, too. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Harris. And stolen by Murray. 2 on none, no one back to stop this. And Barton throws it down.
Hello, Will Barton. Transition is his best friend. It's a lot of his baskets on the fast break.
Jokic with the steal. And here's the fast break. Millsap leading the way. Pass to Jokic. Kicks it to Barton. Millsap looking it over. Shot clock at 6. Here's Murray. Mavericks with the rebound. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Finney-Smith passes to Kleber. Outside for Curry. The tray. That shot, no good. The Nuggets trail by 18. Passes it to Jokic. Count the basket. Jokic has got 9.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Back to Curry. There's the triple. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. And the Mavericks lead by 19.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. From deep. Millsap misses. Dallas leading by 19. Outside Curry. He dishes it to Cauley Stein. Curry passes to Cauley Stein. Kleber kicks to Finney-Smith. And Curry has it in the corner. Dallas needs to get off a shot. It's good. He's got 14.
Cauley Stein aggressive inside, putting the defense on their heels and in a tough spot, staying engaged.
Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile 1 block?
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Doncic outside. Here's Finney-Smith, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with. We've got Plumlee. He's out there with Jokic. Murray out there with Porter. And it's Craig in at the shooting guard position. Curry with it. Now guarded by Porter. Jokic with the steal. Murray the pass to Craig. Keeps it alive. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And Jamal Murray showing that he's capable moving without the ball to find some points.
Doncic outside. Left side Curry. Three-pointer. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists in the game. Porter kicks to Murray. From deep three-point range. Again, the miss by Murray. Mavericks leading by 22. On the wing, Doncic. Back to Kleba. Here's Curry with the 3. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Craig passes to Jokic. Murray outside. Again, the miss by Murray.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Murray with the ball. Here's Jokic. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Jokic has got 9 points here in the second half. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Jokic with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Plumlee. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Well, for people who question some toughness and determination, Plumlee showing off that he can finish through contact and growing in both of those areas.
Now here's Curry. Dallas again missing.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
It's good on the putback.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
The pass to Curry. The 3. And it's Denver with the rebound.
You know, he's usually very reliable from out there, but tonight it's just not going down.
The 3 for Doncic. Porzingis passes to Finney-Smith. Out to Doncic. Jokic grabs the miss.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Mike Powell comes in for Maxi Kleba. Hardaway is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Doncic, here we go. Hardaway passes to Porzingis. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Powell, the pass to Finney-Smith. Morris against Doncic. Pass to Porzingis from the arc. Denver grabs the miss. Porter's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Mavericks.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Willie Cauley-Stein.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Morris, basket is good. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving. and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Powell controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Mavericks lead by 15.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Porzingis can't hit. Here's the Nuggets now with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Here's Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
And it's Denver with the rebound. He misses the free throw. He's able to hit the second one, and that brings them to within 10. Here's Doncic from deep. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight.
Attached to Jeff's is Ante Up, where you can battle opponents with various amounts of VC on the line. But let's say you're looking for a sweet new ride. Well, if that's the case, then head to Wheels, where you can purchase a variety.
Coming right up. And thanks for tuning in to the NBA. Now a look at Dallas' starting lineup. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot. And for Los Angeles, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the center position. Porzingis passes to Hardaway. Hits it from 3-point range. Terrific talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
And so here are the Clippers following the score by Dallas. And the dunk by Zubac.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Dallas moving it around. Hardaway finds Doncic. Now Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And it's Leonard missing.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
Hardaway kicks to Powell. And here's Doncic from the arc. It's hauled in by George. The Clippers have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. And that one, good.
You know, when Beverly plays with that kind of energy, it's infectious. Sprinting the floor like that, an example of that energy.
Stolen by George. It's George on the wing. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Porzingis kicks to Powell. Here's Hardaway. Makes it off the glass. Hardaway has got 5 points so far.
Boy, Hardaway Jr. is a competitor now, showing you some real toughness. He's not going to give you an inch. He's going to fight you to the finish.
George passes to Zubac. Now here's Beverly. To the middle. Doncic with the steal. Here's Finney Smith. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Doncic against Beverly. Outside Leonard. It's George on the wing. Leonard the pass to Zubac. 5 to shoot. And he uses the glass on the layup. He's got 6.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Inside, here's Powell. And the rejection by Zubac. And the foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Green comes in for Morris. Landry Shamit's checked in for George. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverley. Then for the Mavericks, Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. And Curry subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Now here's Harrell. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
and improving as a shot maker every year. Harrell has to be accounted for defensively.
The shot by Kleber, wide open, and it's off from three-point range. There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Leonard, the pass to Shamet. Leonard finds Harrell. Outside Leonard. Now Green. Here's Shamet. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. The Mavericks leading. Down low. Leonard with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. No good. That would have tied it. Kleber against Green. Kleber with the bucket.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
The kick out to Williams. And that one released in time, but no good.
Boy, Doncic showing some nice energy.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Mavericks lead by 4. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere.
That's what I play with, a lot of passion, a lot of energy. And
Greg, I know you agree, few guys bring his brand of intensity.
And he's added skills. He's a threat to score on the blocks. He passes out of double teams. Harrell's one of the more improved players over the last few years.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Mavericks.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnover.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Dallas, they've got Wright. Cauley Stein is out there with Maxi Kleber. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Curry in at the small forward. Great positioning on the putback. Cauley Stein's got his first points in this one.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Shots good by Williams.
Boy, for a pint-sized guy, Williams can absorb a lot of contact. Torches his man.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine. Even if he'd have missed it, I don't mind them taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 2. That ties it up.
Man, it's a pleasure watching Williams and his subtle athleticism. I mean, he's got a grace that's really pretty unique.
And it's blocked. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Jackson passes to Williams. Shamet kicks to Williams. Back to Shamet. Brunson against Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Curry finds Cauley Stein. Basket good.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Curry. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Wright. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Back to George. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Zubac. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Porzingis is checked in. Here's Leonard. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are 2 guys that still are very reliable.
Los Angeles shooting their 2nd and 3rd shots at the line right here.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
And, you know, Beverly is easily one of the most tenacious defenders in the league. An absolute pest of epic proportion. Love his energy.
How? Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists in the game. And George kicks to Morris. Back to George. 50 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. And he's good on the 3-ball. George has got the lead up to 3 now. It's for Los Angeles.
And George typically capitalizes well off any pick and roll situation because he makes quick decisions and his basketball IQ is pretty high.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Pass to Beverly. Leonard on the wing. To the middle. Here's George. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Taking advantage of that length inside. George has the size and touch to score with ease from there.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They only had a couple of rough... And...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Without question, Willie Cauley-Stein displaying his skills tonight.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
We've got Kawhi Leonard. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the point guard. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
Here's Zubac. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Beverly finds Zubac. Back to Beverly. Here's Morris. 4 on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. 3-pointer.
You look at Porzingis, guys, and I like his versatility, especially on the defensive end where he can guard multiple positions.
And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
And that one, good.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
And the dunk by Powell. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one. And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
Hardaway with a wide-open look. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Hardaway has got 5 points now this quarter.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
And GA, even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for Leonard. Lou Williams is checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Williams finds Harrell. Back to Williams. Launches it. A shot off that time. Curry with the defensive effort. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And here's Morris for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Cauley-Stein's got his 4th rebound in this one. Kleba, the pass to Wright. Dallas moving it around. Inside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And now it's an 8-point Maverick lead.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Outside Williams. Back to Jackson. To stop the run. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
That's a smart play Jackson will keep going back to. He knows he'll make it to the rim, get fouled, or maybe both.
Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Leonard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And then for Dallas, Porzingis comes in for Maxi Kleber. And Doncic is subbed in for Wright. Leonard kicks to Williams. And Leonard has it in the corner. And the Clippers miss again. Mavericks leading by 9. Curry passes to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
A precision passer, Curry, also excellent at seeing his guys when they're open.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Jackson down low. Guarded by Doncic. Jackson misses. Dallas with the ball. They're on a 17-5 run here. Cauley-Stein. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Cauley-Stein's got the lead up to 13 now for the Mavs.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley-Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Good on the bucket.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Finney-Smith passes to Cauley-Stein. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
Doncic bounce pass. Porzingis passes to Doncic. Sinks the three-pointer. Doncic has got 5 now.
Boy, you better get out there on this guy. Doncic is prime time for real from that three-point line.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit. We'll make it. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Inside, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
A prolific slasher with some serious bounce. Hardaway Jr., fun to watch.
Kicks it out to Leonard. George passes to Beverly. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. George against Hardaway.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And Doncic, here we go. Hero down low. He's against Porzingis. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. And the Clippers making a change here. Morris has checked in. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Mavericks?
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And they've also worked hard to get the ball inside. They haven't just settled. And they've hit a lot of high-percentage shots in this game.
Powell, that's good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And it's Doncic missing.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Beverly finds Morris. Leonard on the wing. Second chance shot. He takes it up and lays it in. Harrell's got 5 points now this quarter.
Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Porzingis with the steal. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. The shot by Powell, no good. Clippers trail by 16. Beverly dishes to George. Harrell against Powell. And stolen by Harrell. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Passes it to Leonard. And there's the pass to Harrell. Back to Leonard.
Well, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. The 3 from Porzingis. Dallas no good that time either.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Leonard. Shoots the 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Doncic has got his 6th rebound on the night.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Mavericks.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Luka Doncic.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open. They maintained focus all night and along the way put on quite a show.
And, you know, everybody in the building knows this is a wrap, a done deal. Put this one in the W column.
And here are the Clippers now to the paint. Harrell. The shot misses. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Powell kicks to Hardaway. 40 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Justin Jackson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Barea checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. From downtown. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Brunson kicks to Jackson. 12 seconds left to play here in the fourth. From deep, Barea. Magruder with the rebound. Here's Mann. Misses the shot. So no problem for Dallas as they get the... David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Alt...
A variety of rides to cruise around the neighborhood with, depending on your rep level. Get started as...
Up next, 2K Sports brings you the NBA. Here on the 5 for the Clippers. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. And for Denver, the backcourt is Murray and Harris. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. And it's Barton in at the 3 slot. Now here is George. Paul Millsap with the rebound. And pushing it up, here's Denver. And Barton gets it to go on the assist by Paul Millsap.
And Millsap is a team player, someone who is very willing to make the right pass to an open teammate.
It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Morris, no good. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Denver. And Murray, here we go. And it's sent back by Leonard.
Well, the length of Kawhi Leonard twice on the pipes with that 7'3" wingspan.
Murray for 3. The kick out to Barton. Murray the pass to Barton. And another shot. Millsap trying to get open. Here's Jokic. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Beverley finds Zubac. Morris with the ball from outside the arc. Again, the miss by Morris.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Here's Barton. Jokic trying to free himself up. Barton, no luck.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
George, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And after establishing himself as a key player in Denver, Gary Harris has played, trailing off the last couple seasons. Greg, what's your read there?
I really feel like, Kevin, injuries have played a part. An extended cold streak, but the Nuggets didn't lose faith. He helped build their success over the years, and they consider him a key piece moving forward as well.
Paul George will force you to stay balanced defensively, because if you have a miscue, he will find the open guy.
Murray against Beverley. Now here is Harris. D right on him. Back to Murray. Harris dishes to Murray. Shot clock at 5. It's up a 3. Not going to go that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
And it's George finishing it off.
You allow Paul George loose in fast break situations. He's an absolute force in the open floor.
Jokic kicks to Murray. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Harris. Back to Barton. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Nobody near Leonard. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. Pass to Zubac. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Underrated coming into the league and underestimated. Millsap doesn't have any doubters anymore.
Greg is a point guard. What is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And you know, you always got to have your head high, because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
Now Porter after the missed 3 from Reggie Jackson. Plumlee the pass to Millsap. Porter dishes to Millsap. Baseline Jay. Green with the rebound.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the three. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick two at the other end.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Jackson kicks to Green. To the middle. To Shamet. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Grant, he's checked in for Paul Millsap.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
And there's the pass to Morris. Near the three-point line, it's Porter, and that does it for the first quarter. Nuggets ahead. They're up by 4.
In the gym trying to work.
Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverley about his throwbacks.
Old school basketball. You know?
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverley may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Denver, Michael Porter's out there with Jeremy Grant. Then it's Plumlee. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Craig in at the shooting guard. Now, here's Grant. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Craig. There's the dish to Porter. Pass to Craig. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Green kicks to Williams. Shamet the pass to Jackson. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Hero. Some solid defense from Grant.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Green finds Williams. Now Jackson. Harold down low. Working on Grant. Here's Williams. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
This guy is as good a shot maker as anyone in the league. Lou Williams doing work. You think about Lou Williams and finding his way and finding himself with the Los Angeles Clippers. He's played for a fifth of the teams in the league. He always felt overlooked, underappreciated, but certainly he's found his niche here.
And stolen by Williams. Jackson has the open look. And a miss there on the triple. The Nuggets leading by 6. Here's Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
Jeremy Grant going to give a little lesson in how to finish off a drive. Whoa.
The Doors in the past, some regarded Lou Williams as a lackluster defender. Didn't want to lift weights. Had kind of an interesting reputation. He bounced around the league, as we know, quite a bit. He's played for a lot of different teams.
Right. I mean, think about his early association with Allen Iverson, the great Allen Iverson. He's succeeded on his own terms, right? Both of them comfortable in their own skin, able to do some amazing things on the court.
For Denver, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Clippers trail by 8. Jackson looking around. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. 1:43 left in the second quarter. Passes it to Harris. Back to Murray. 5 on the clock. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Harris dishes to Millsap. Over Morris. Millsap misses.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Gary Harris. And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi. We are looking at the MVP of the 2014 Finals. Can we remember that in that series, Kawhi Leonard shot 60% and he guarded LeBron James?
Out to Harris for the 3. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. Murray surveying the D. Harris finds Millsap. Shot clock at 6. Murray outside.
Boy, how about the hustle from Marcus Morris getting into the space of the shooter? That's nice.
Over in the corner, Beverly. Back to George. Leonard on the wing. Morris outside. Barton against Leonard. Trains it from 9 feet away.
Kawhi Leonard's length lets him play bigger than his size.
Barton outside. Jokic kicks to Murray. 15 seconds left in the first half. The feed to Millsap. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Outside Leonard. Back to Beverly. It could go. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. A pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the... And that'll...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, he knows they're coming for him, but he's accustomed to that kind of attention, and he's quite comfortable dealing with it.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Zubac in at the 5 spot. Leonard kicks to George. Takes the 3. Can't hit that one.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Here's Jokic. Yep, that one goes in there. Jokic has got the lead up to 9 now for Denver. When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
And it's sent back by Jokic.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time.
You know, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. Porter's checked in for Denver. Torrey Craig comes in for Harris. And then for Los Angeles, Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Williams comes in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here. Great play calling, great execution, leads to 4 for 4 to start this half.
A different look for Denver. Jeremy Grant comes in for Paul Millsap. And Monte Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Shamet's checked in.
And if you're drawing up your starting five for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
And the dunk by Grant.
Well, Jeremy Grant is becoming adept at how to finish the alley-oop. Devastates the defense with a terrific look.
And here's Morris for three. Hits the three-point bomb. Morris has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid-30% for his career from three-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with a hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
No one covered.
Over the course of his career, Lou Williams has really improved as a passer. That is nicely done.
Down low. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Now here's Williams. Outside Jackson. In the corner. Shamet with it. A three-pointer, no good.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys.
Oh, that was something else.
Well, Jeremy Grant doing work at the rim. Don't give him any space, boy. This guy can get up.
It's tipped. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Mason Plumlee's checked in for Jeremy Grant.
The defensive intensity must pick up. It hasn't been the same this half.
Clippers trail by 16. Clippers moving the ball around. And the wide open shot from Morris. No good with the triple. To the paint. Jokic passes to Craig. And here's Morris for three. No good on that one. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Here's Williams. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Now there's a level of aggression and craftiness when you're trying to defend Lou Williams. Draws contact. Nicely done, Lou.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Will Barton, he's checked in for Porter. Gary Harris comes in for Torrey Craig. And Murray subbed in for Morris. And then for Los Angeles, Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Marcus Morris. Paul George comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. Now here's Beverley. Got a hand on it. And here's the break. Here's Barton. He kicks to Harris. Stolen by Beverley. Leonard with the ball. Picked up by Harris. And finished off by Leonard.
This guy is such an excellent finisher at the rim. He's got incredibly long arms and very strong hands.
Jokic against Leonard. And Harris wide open. He shoots. And again, Denver no good.
Well, you can see why the defense dared him to shoot it. That's not really his spot.
Harrell kicks to Leonard. Over Jokic. Leonard no luck. The Nuggets leading by 12. Here's Plumlee. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Lou Williams.
Yeah, easy call.
The Nuggets shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Here's Harrell. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Guys, not much more a defender can do in that situation. Harrell with the focus and the strength to just power through the contact.
Jokic firing on all cylinders for Denver. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And here's Beverley. He brings it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 11. Filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. Jeremy Grant is out there with Paul Millsap. And it's Murray in at the point guard. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
And you can't afford to give Murray any room to fire. Just a great scorer who continues to get better.
Harrell finds Leonard. Offline with his three. Denver leading by 13. Grant outside. Launches a three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Leonard against Murray. It's stolen by Harris. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Murray with the ball. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Denver making a switch here. Jokic is checked in. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Morris is checked in. Pass to Beverly. Leonard on the wing. Fires from deep. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
I'll tell you, individually, he is doing all he can. But right now, somebody's got to step in and support this guy.
Martin. The layup missed.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
Here's Zubac. Here's George. Right side, Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, don't let Kawhi's quiet demeanor fool you. This guy has athleticism and explosiveness. How about that in style?
Outside Millsap. And Millsap slams it in.
The B just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
A nice shot by George.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And it's Harris off the drive. Morris with the block.
Well, Marcus Morris, the frame and the length to block shots, that's pretty.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
On the wing, Morris. Clippers moving the ball around. And it's Mason Plumlee with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Lou Williams is checked in for Patrick Beverly. Leonard, the pass to Williams. A shot by George, wide open. Off target from outside. The Nuggets leading by 5. Grant kicks to Daniels. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The first free throw is good. That one misses. Clippers trail by 6. Williams passes to Morris. Leonard on the wing. Back to Morris from past the arc. And no good. Some solid defense from Grant. Up the floor. Finished off the break.
But Jeremy Grant has figured out how to be opportunistic on the interior. Nicely done there.
George finds Morris. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Plumlee, the pass to Grant. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
Let's remember this is a former Finals MVP. He will not blink in the biggest of moments.
Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
Here's Leonard. Morris kicks to Williams. George passes to Leonard. And that one drops for him. Leonard's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
When Kawhi Leonard is healthy, he can dominate both ends of the floor. Nice job to finish it there.
Stolen by George. By himself. And finished off by Williams.
Yeah, Lou Williams has played in the clutch before. Easy work.
Inside. Here's Here's Porter, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Porter's got his first basket.
And it's clear Porter is a gutsy guy, someone who enjoys taking and making huge shots for his team.
Grant the pass to Morris. And it's off from three-point range. Williams kicks to Leonard. Now the pass to Morris. And it's Daniels with the rebound.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
Right side, Porter. On deep. Rebound by the Clippers. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Leonard from three. The rebound by Grant. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. At one point, they led by 16. And a wide open look for Porter. No good from outside. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back.
You can see Paul George is locked in right now. Big-time shots demonstrate his elite level in the NBA.
So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.